Well, hey, John, here we are. We've been interviewing quite a few interesting folks with Compliance Clips podcast, looking at
Hmm.
telematics in the last little bit. I don't
Yes.
know about you, but I've found some pretty interesting information from the various people we brought on board, and how realistically it seems that telematics is becoming the default method of managing, capturing information, uh, developing insurance premiums, and more. What are you seeing? What about from your side?
It's here to stay, Rick. There's no doubt about it. And I think everybody needs to pay more attention to it because it is a tool of the future. It's a tool of now, today, and it's something that can help you bring more profit to your bottom line. I think we've touched on that numerous times where if you're looking to save some money somewhere, utilize your telematics data. It's going to help you to better understand where you can save some money, put together opportunities to improve your overall best practices, your overall safety management of your company.
And I know I sometimes sound like a broken record given my introduction to safety, where, I was only there for a few months and I had the pleasure or the misfortune of dealing with a fatality. And
Yep.
because of that, I always tend to come back towards the legal aspects of
Sure.
every conversation we have, how it's going to play out if you do face a worst case scenario. And we've got a new release coming up with a gentleman named
Yes.
Doug Marcello.
Yes.
And he is going to have some really eye-opening conversations for us when we get into my favorite part of it, which is the
Hmm.
legal part. But
Hmm.
he had some great conversations with you on the other side of the coin, where I know you come from the insurance side, the betterment part. So
Yeah.
what can our readers
Yep.
expect, or our listeners expect, coming up?
A lot of great information, complimentary, free information that can help you to improve anything that you're working on.
You
He
must be
does.
mistaken. You said lawyer and free.
Yeah, actually, it's one of the unique things about Doug. He gives away free information. He has stuff on his website. He gives away free. He has a YouTube channel. Gives all kinds of great information away free. All you got to do is pay attention and absorb, and then take that information and put it into play at your own company. So, a lot of good best practices we talk about during this podcast, and it's one you don't want to miss.
So for audience, just so you know, the Doug we're talking about is Doug Marcello from Saxton Stump, located in Pennsylvania. He's one of the leading advocates for truck defense lawyers,
Mhm.
and he is leading advocate for Blue Wire, which I know is something that is currently kind of under the radar in Canada, especially,
Yes.
but I think even in
Yep.
the U.S. And
Yep.
and I think a lot of carriers should do a little bit of homework on what
Yep.
Blue Wire offers. What do you think, John?
Yep. Oh, agreed. If you're working at managing your SMS data, your scores and whatnot, Blue Wire can kind of help take that to another level, which is something you really want to pay attention to. Insurance companies are now subscribing to Blue Wire, which is helping them better understand what as a motor carrier, what your scores are doing and telling them. So pay attention and be on board with your insurance provider. And, that's where Doug can come in and help out again.
So once again, Compliance Clips, your industry insights hub, is pushing forth, leading the charge on informing our audience about what's going on out there in the compliance marketplace. Folks, tune in. Doug Marcello coming up real soon.